Welcome back to part 2 of Let's Play Metroid Prime.
We left off just beyond the door of the first save station. It hasn't yet closed behind me, probably because I'm still standing in it. We're about to face the first boss. I'm ignoring the dead bodies because they're, well, uninteresting.
This boss, the Parasite Queen, also appears as a stage in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh yes, it's in the background, and it actually doesn't attack you in the game, that stage?
No.
It just is there.
It makes the stage flips upside down, which is kind of random considering it does nothing of the sort in this game.
No, the stage flips around, and then the Parasite Queen moves.
Oh.
I think it was. Oh, well, look at it! It's so pretty.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Let's get a scan of its body. Bosses take so long to scan, I don't like it. Which lets me lock onto its face!
Then you kill it. As you can see, this is a beginner boss. It is easy. And she just killed it.
That is why you gotta learn how to rapid fire missiles, and unfortunately I'm probably going to forget to explain it to you guys.
Whenever I play a Metroid game, I always forget that I have missiles, so I wind up killing everything with my beam. So, oh yeah, and here's one of Metroid's famous runaway sequences.
The only one in the game, if I remember.
Well, there's one in pretty much every single. Actually, I think there is one in every single game. I don't know about Metroid 2. I haven't actually played Metroid 2, but
Oh, I do have that, by the way. We are likely to get doing that after.
No, not Metroid Prime 2. I mean, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. It's the problem with Metroid 2 for the Game Boy is that one, it doesn't have a map, which is also one of the reasons.
Oh look, they're going to kill it for me because Scan thought it was dead.
Which is another reason why I'm not a huge fan of the original. I prefer the remake because.
And I keep trying to double jump, but I don't have that ability quite yet.
Because I'm a pretty patient person, but I'm not patient enough to draw out a map of the entire place on graph paper. It's also why I cheat when I played Myst instead of making homemade hexagonal. Is it hexagonal or octagonal? I can't remember. Graph paper. Oh yeah,
look, they're actually trying to wound me now. Which is kind of funny because you can just roll over them and not take any damage for a little while.
Oh yeah, you're able to land morph ball bombs by pressing A.
And you can jump using them too. And double jump actually.
Yeah.
The second you get them, even though you can't double jump.
Or triple or quadruple or anything you like.
I haven't gotten enough skill to do the triple jump. There's a way to do triple jumps with the morph ball bombs. I just do not have that skill.
I don't have a skill to do double jumps, so don't feel sorry for her. Feel sorry for me.
Jumped at me and got me on my head.
You know, that beeping noise is a little irritating after a while, but at least it's not high-pitched or anything.
Oh yes, it's tolerable.
At least it's not some sort of screech that's going on, and like, please evacuate, please evacuate.
Well, stop saying evacuate immediately. Look, isn't it glorious?
That's the closest this game gets to gore, okay?
Seriously.
This is also a very good beginner's FPS, because one, the lock-on system makes
it's almost cheating.
It makes it a lot easier because this is mainly an exploration game. Metroid games are exploration game. That's why you have an obscene amount of energy. At the top of the screen there, that's going to get filled with extra energy tanks because there's
14 of them, if I'm not mistaken, leaving you with a total of 1,500 hit points.
Yes,
which is far more than you get in any other game.
And far more than you actually will ever really need.
Actually, no. At the end of the game, you're going to need every last hit point.
I mean, like,
likely to see that.
I mean, generally. Oh, do you have the grapple beam on this part?
This is when I told you about the grapple beam, yes. And look, it's my favorite creature from the whole game.
This is
Ridley.
Ridley is the leader of the Space Pirates, if I recall. I may be completely wrong here because it's been a while since I've read up on
I didn't actually read the scan, so I have no idea what the story behind Ridley is. I just know it's the most evil boss I've ever faced. Ridley is 10 times harder than the actual final boss of this game. It took me 10 times as many tries.
Ridley appears in every single Metroid game. Actually, Kraid was...
Actually, no, you kill Ridley in this game, so I don't think he appears after this game.
He appears in every single game.
He appears in the third game?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh. I think
I haven't seen him yet in the second
I think
game.
he's
Then
like-
again, I'm barely anywhere in it.
I think he's like Meta Ridley or something like that.
No, it's better in this game. And there goes all that awesome stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now all they have is the power beam. Fancy.
Nothing exciting.
Oh yes, and scan visor, obviously.
Yes. So see all those malfunctions. That means you can't use them. Although she will get them back. This is basically a taste
Yeah,
of
very
what's to
quickly.
come. Metroid Prime 3 is unique in the fact that it's the only game in the entire series in which you don't start off completely fresh. In it,
Oh, in Prime 2, you get to keep Morph Ball and Charge Beam.
no, I mean,
And Varia Suit.
in Metroid Prime 3, you start off with a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see, you start off with, you know, the
Well, it's because you're
Yeah.
coming off of Prime 2 for that, aren't you?
yeah.
So it makes sense.
You have a whole bunch of different things, like all these different grapples that take advantage of the nunchuck. I'm very, very bad at flicking the nunchuck, so I may be frustrated on this. I'm going to be the one playing Metroid Prime 3 because Jen doesn't have any patience for Wii controls, so.
No, I do not. I don't like the way they changed it. I mean, I'm so used to the control stick does everything. I have a hard time keeping track of. I have to move the remote to pan the screen. It doesn't work.
Personally, I'm a big mouse user, so naturally I'm used to it.
I'm not. It would also help if I wasn't left-handed.
Yeah, that would help as well.
Yep. And now we go on to the planet's surface.
Such a lovely planet. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Last Metroid is in count.
Look how flat the sky is. Remember, this is 2002, but still.
Yeah, this was one of the earlier titles for the GameCube before they could take advantage of all that it had to
Even the
offer.
step between this and Prime 2, it's a major improvement upon, graphics-wise. But
Because-
most of the stuff in this game is really the textures that look kind of funky.
although some of the
Like these plants,
yeah,
they look really flat. In Prime 2, at least, they look less flat.
Talon Overworld. We're on the planet Talon 4, and here's the Samus' ship landing. I like the little movements of the
They
auxiliary
took the
jets.
time to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. This game was made by Nintendo and their second party developer Retro Studios, who made, I believe, the Turok series. They make a lot of first-person shooters, and they hired them. Although, for me, what's kind of unusual is the fact that Retro Studios is actually an American company, and generally actually I think all except for Retro Studios is,
Ouch.
I think all, if I recall, all of Nintendo's second-party developers except for, first and second-party developers, except for...
Oh yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna scan stuff as I see it. It's a habit I've developed.
I may be
very
wrong.
useful.
I may be wrong. They might actually be first party, but that doesn't really matter in the context of this game. Retro Studios made it. They're American, whereas Nintendo's Japanese. That's unusual because generally they would only hire the Japanese game studios because, I don't know, nationalism or something.
Oh, who knows?
Judging by the track record of mainly hiring Japanese companies.
Alright, and here we have the transport to Chozo Ruins West.
Oh,
And this is where we'll be leaving you. See you next time.
and don't be afraid to leave a comment if you have anything to say or if we said something incorrect, because that is not good when things
Yeah.
are incorrectly said. Goodbye.